Do not fall for their tricks, my friend. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are down, but there is a dirty game afoot. So I first must say, do not take any financial advice from me. I'm going to be explaining some basic things about cryptocurrencies right now that you should probably know. But you need to make your own decisions and do what's right for you. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Bitcoin slides below $40,000 after China's new crypto ban. You may have heard the news. Recently, Elon Musk said that Tesla was no longer going to be doing transactions in Bitcoin because he was concerned about the energy consumption of Bitcoin. My opinion is that he's lying and he's scamming people. Elon's cool for in a lot of ways. This was a dirty, dirty move. Some people, even tracking prices, noticed, or so they say, huge sell-offs just before Elon did this. Some people are wondering if there was, individuals who were privy to this. But Elon Musk said he's not going to be selling any of their Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people don't understand Bitcoin. A lot of people buy in thinking it's a get-rich-quick scheme, and then they panic when it goes down and they lose. And that is the game. Don't fall for the tricks, my friends. This happens all the time. I want to show you some of these prices. I want to show you the news, but this is very, very important for you. Hyperinflation is a very real possibility. And what hyper means, okay, fine. Inflation is a real possibility. We're looking right now at the official number being, 4.2%. Max Keiser said he thinks it's about 10 to 15%. And this guy's been pretty spot on with a lot of things for quite some time. Max Keiser and Stacey Herbert, they talk finance, they talk Bitcoin. They have a podcast called the Orange Pill Podcast. I had them on the show recently. I've known them for about a decade. And if I took their advice back in 2011, I would be a billionaire right now. I'm not exaggerating. When Bitcoin was trading around like $1 and Max was saying, buy this, if I said, you know what, okay, and went all in, I would be a billionaire right now. A lot of people don't seem to understand the exponential explosion in value of Bitcoin and why it is. A lot of people are saying it's nothing, it's meaningless, it's a Ponzi scheme. No. The US dollar, Joe Biden and all of these cronies, even Republicans, are printing money like crazy, which means your savings are crashing in value. If you have $100 in the bank, you work for, let's say you work for 5-6 hours to earn that $100 because taxes, right? So you're making a good amount of money, not something crazy. Now you can buy what with that $100? You can get a hotel room for a night with your stay in New York City. Then the inflation hits. Now the price of that hotel room is $200. Your labor becomes worth less. So rich people, hedge their finances. They buy things that don't go down in value to protect themselves from inflation. There's a bunch of clever things you can do. A lot of people will just diversify with stocks. A lot of people, there's something where you can put your money into an insurance company where they'll give you a guaranteed slightly above inflation return. Or there's hard assets, things like Bitcoin. Rich people put their money in Bitcoin and then forget about it. So a lot of people were saying to me when I was telling people, I'm not telling people what to do, okay? But when I was tweeting it's a trick, Bitcoin's price dropping is going to rip off poor people, I see the same comments over and over again where they're just laughing, saying, Tim's just mad because he bought in at 60K. My friends, I bought in at 1,300. I wish I took it seriously 10 years ago when Max Keiser said to buy it at $1. And I didn't. I sold at I think I sold it at $5 or $20. I sold. I've also lost tons of money on exchanges that went belly up. I've been tracking crypto for a long time and still haven't taken it very seriously. But I did buy some back when it was $1,300. I'm very happy that I did. Several months ago, Bill Ottman, the co-founder of Minds.com, came on the Timcast IRL podcast and said that he told me to buy Ethereum. And so I did. It was at $1,000. Right now, after the price crash, it's still at $2,600. I'm still very, very happy. What happens is they run up these big stories. Poor people who want to play the game, they want to understand how it is the rich get rich and stay rich and don't work. And so they say, Bitcoin. That's the new thing the media keeps going nuts about, right? So then what happens is poor people will take what little savings they have and they'll buy Bitcoin with it. But this represents a large portion of their money. They're saying, I'll put a couple grand into, Bitcoin and hope I get a good return, because stocks don't have nearly as good a return as Bitcoin. It's very volatile. Well, someone will buy, $2,000 worth of Bitcoin because you don't need 40 grand to buy a Bitcoin. You can buy any amount of Bitcoin with US dollars, any amount, because it goes down to fractions. So someone will put in like $1,000. And then the news hits, oh no, Bitcoin's crashing. And I see all of the tweets where they're laughing. They're saying, it's over. Bitcoin's going to zero. Haha, you've all lost your money. And then these poor people, figuratively and literally, like these poor people, and they're poor, get scared. I can't afford to lose my $1,000. I need that savings. So they sell. Now they have 700. They lost $300 because they had lettuce hands. Lettuce, floppy, couldn't hold on to their coins. Meanwhile, Elon Musk said he will not be selling his coins. Think about that. Think, viewers, think. What's that mean? From Invincible. Why would Elon Musk be like, we're not going to sell? I thought he had a problem with Bitcoin. I thought that it was bad for the environment. Oh, but he wants to keep them all. Right. Rich people, the people on Twitter right now who are saying it's over, the price is dropping, they want you to sell. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. They want you to sell so the price drops. You know why? So that they can buy up your coins from you at a discount. I firmly believe Bitcoin will hit $1 million, and I could be very, very wrong. But I think after a decade of seeing all of this institutional wealth buy in and invest into Bitcoin, at a certain point, I'm like, the threshold for me has been crossed. The Winklevoss twins have invested absurd amounts of money in this. I don't think those guys plan on flushing their money down the toilet. And I don't think these powerful financial interests would even let that happen. So let me show you how dirty the game is. And I'll tell you why I'm mad. First of all, there's probably a lot of people who don't care to watch a video about Bitcoin or whatever when inflation is a very, very serious and real problem. I get it. And it makes me upset because Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, are powerful new technology to help protect people from the inflation game. And it's a powerful way to protect yourself from the manipulation of markets. China announces new crypto ban. Oh no. Oh, is that why the price is dropping? Wait a minute. What's this from April 9th, 2019? China wants to ban Bitcoin mining. Those of us who have been following this for a long time know these stories come out all the time. Why? Think about it for 2 seconds. Everybody buys in on the Bitcoin craze. Americans buy in on the Bitcoin craze. Now, China, who has it's decentralized, large mining operations, makes some stupid announcement like, oh, you know what? We're going to have to ban it from financial institutions. And then Americans panic and sell like crazy. And then China can buy it all up for pennies on the dollar from you, from the Americans. They're stripping away our assets and resources and buying power. And then the same thing keeps happening. Oh, here we go. It's 2 years later, and China's now announcing some other BS ban. You can't ban Bitcoin. You can't do it. It's decentralized. You can make laws. You can try and do a lot of things with it, but it's technology. It would be like saying they're going to ban the internet. Yeah, we've seen people try. Doesn't really work out. They can put a hindrance. They can put roadblocks. It doesn't really work out. Bitcoin is incredible technology. It is a digital asset that cannot be copied. It allows people to transact around the world very, very quickly. Now, a lot of people would argue that Bitcoin Cash or BSV are better for a lot of reasons. I don't care to make any arguments because cryptocurrency is cryptocurrency. They're amazing technology and many do different things. And it's up to you to decide what you think is the best. I personally have 4. I've got others in like weird ways that I don't care to like, I don't want to mention certain companies, but they just like tell me I have an account with coins in it. And I'm like, shut up. Because what they want to do is they want a high profile YouTube channel to talk about the coin. I'm not playing that dirty game. I'll tell you what I've invested in. Bitcoin, first in best dressed. Bitcoin is the OG. It is a digital asset. It is being adopted by tons of financial institutions, like this story from only a half an hour ago from Business Insider. Wells Fargo Investment Institute is in the final stages of onboarding an active crypto strategy for its wealthy clients. Its president told us why the firm changed its mind on crypto and shared the key merits and risks of the investable asset. Rich people are gearing up to get on board and buy crypto, which means they got to find a supply. They need liquidity. Good thing for them that China announces some ban, and then all the poor people who don't know how the game is played panic sell, losing money. It pisses me off because they're scamming the working class people who are just trying to get by, to figure out how they can play that game too. They get ripped off. So I've got Bitcoin, first in best dressed, being adopted. I've got Ethereum, which is kind of an evolution of cryptocurrency. It allows for software to be developed on top of it. There's things called tokens, which are very similar. They operate on the Ethereum blockchain. I have Dogecoin because it's silly and it's funny and probably for me was a bad move, but whatever. I'm happy to have it. And Elon Musk is pumping it, so fine, whatever. And then I have Cardano. And I have Cardano because it was made by the co-founder of Ethereum, and it's very, very similar. The strategy is very similar. However, Cardano is not at the same stage as Ethereum, so to me, it looks like a good investment. I'm not telling anybody to buy those things because I could be very, very wrong. And, well, Bitcoin just dropped by a whole lot, so people certainly lost money. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to be selling. I am not going to sell my any of this right now. In fact, in all likelihood, I will buy more. Look at this story from Business Insider. What do you think happens when Wells Fargo finalizes their strategy for their wealthy clients? The prices will skyrocket again. I'd like to take you back in time. First, let me show you Gemini.com. Bitcoin, as of right now, down 20% at $32,000. It's just fallen. It's fallen. And I got to be honest, I don't care. Now, a lot of people will say, Tim, you're wealthy. You know, you could invest in this and then just shrug it off. It's not about whether I have the money or not. It's about, first, people should not. Well, I'm not going to give any advice. It is silly to invest all of your assets you need to like pay your rent. Crazy stories. I'll show you some of these crazy stories. But for me, yeah, no one should be investing money they need to live. All right. But this is the trick. It's going to go back up, in my opinion, and I'm not sweating any of this. Ethereum is now at 2. Now, I'll be honest. How awesome would it be to have been one of those individuals who sold at peak for US dollars and now buying back in, doubling your coins or whatever? Sure. I don't play that game because you can't read the market. You're not a psychic. Some people got machines that can do it. Look at this, Ethereum. Ethereum was at like $4,500. It's at 2,000 now. It's down 40%. I'm still up from when I bought in, and I don't care either way. I'm not going to be selling. Now, I mentioned Cardano. Cardano is actually only down 2%, and surprisingly, it's still way up from where it was even a couple weeks ago, and I'm still doing really well with Cardano. So Dogecoin is now at 28. So interestingly, look, when you go to Gemini.com, these are the 4 at the top. These are the ones I have. That's probably why I have them. I'm not giving you any special secrets or anything. It's just like they put it in front of me and I was like, sure, and I clicked it. But no, those are my reasons. The price is down. Do not panic, my friends. I'd like to take you back in time and show you something powerful. First, this is from December 17th, 2018. A year ago today, Bitcoin's price hit a record 20,000. Oh, a record. Right up top at CoinDesk, you can see Bitcoin is down 27% and it's still at 31,000. It'll probably fall a bit more because it happens. And then in a year or two, it'll hit 100K or 200 or more. I am not worried. In fact, to me, I see this as a great opportunity because the wall has been broken. A lot of people are wondering, can Bitcoin go higher? Can it get higher? We know it can go above 60,000, around 64. So at this point, I just see a discount. I think Bitcoin will hit $1 million, and I think it'll hit $1 million sooner than people realize. So I just want to treat Bitcoin like it's $1 million, like one coin is $1 million. That's what I'm going to do. Take a look at this. Bitcoin tops $19,000, then plunges in wild 2-day ride from December 7th, 2017. We all knew, the people tracking Bitcoin, that it was going to fall. They're saying, oh no, it fell 20%. There's several reasons for this. One is taxes. They want to pay their taxes, so they sell. This can create a chain reaction where people panic because the price is going down and they all start selling, trying to figure out if they're getting out before the bottom so they could buy back in at the bottom, and then you end up losing money. As soon as you sell, that's when it stops, right? Okay, check this out. A 39-year-old who sold everything he owned in exchange for Bitcoin now lives on a campsite waiting for the ultimate crypto boom. October 10th, 2017. Think about that. This guy bought in before October. Then we have the story that said it hit 19,000 in December. So this guy was probably laughing as the price was skyrocketing. But hold on. The price tanked after that. If this dude had diamond hands and refused to give up those coins, he is as happy as you can get today. 2017. So what did he buy in at? Like 10K or something, if that, maybe 8. And then it hit 20. Then it hit 64. He was probably laughing. So I just pulled up the guy's Twitter account, and lo and behold, he is still the Bitcoin family with Go All In, Zoom Out. This is Didi Taihatu. If you can follow him, you check out what he's doing. This guy sold everything. He's as happy as they come. I mean, he's joking about it. He's saying, buy all this stuff. Take a look at this. People are taking out mortgages to buy Bitcoin, says securities regulator. Now, in my opinion, that was a very, very dumb move for a lot of people. But what was worse, don't leverage your house to buy stuff. Well, I'm sorry, not advice to anybody. The reason we do that is because people could claim you advised them and then try and sue you. So I'm not telling you what to do. You talk to your advisor. But to me, it seems dumb to leverage your house for anything. However, the people who did and had diamond hands, they're happy. They're very happy. Take a look at this. This is a story from Cointelegraph. Man borrows $325,000 to buy Bitcoin. Investment or gambling on life savings. From May 11th, 2017. They say, an online community user going by the online alias Gingerbread Futters, who had an undisclosed terminal disease, recently purchased $325,000 worth of Bitcoin as the digital currency achieved a new all-time high at 1,700. A new all-time high. Think about this for 2 seconds. This guy said, I am going to buy at the highest high point of Bitcoin. And he took out an equity loan on his home, $325K. He bought 191 Bitcoins. Within a few months, Bitcoin was 10x. He probably sold. And walked away with $3 million. Then he paid capital gains taxes of, what is that, like 15%. Paid off his his loan, and cashed out a cool $2 million. Around. Somewhere in there probably. Because, taxes and all that. Let's say this guy decided, I'm going to hold on to it even after the crash from 19,000 back to, like 7 or whatever. And then Bitcoin hit $64,000. This guy had like 15 or 16 million. If you're going to buy Bitcoin, don't get scared, But you got to figure out what's right for you. You never want to leverage important things. But, we were talking to Max on the IRL podcast, and he said that he leverages his gold to buy more Bitcoin. Wow. And it's going to keep going up. You see, people were waiting for this crash to happen. They were waiting for it because we know the cycles of Bitcoin, especially around tax season. People are holding on to coin, their Bitcoins or cryptocurrency. And then when tax season comes, they need to be able to pay taxes. Throughout the year, as Bitcoin's skyrocketing, people are living lavishly. They're like, this is fantastic. I can buy all this stuff. And then they got to pay tax on the stuff they bought. So they sell coins to pay the taxes. Then Elon Musk steps in and says a bunch of bunk garbage about the environment, which is just not true because at most it's questionable. At best, there's a report saying 73% of energy for crypto is renewable because, look, people want consistent and reliable sources of energy. They don't want to be reliant on energy shortages if the gas lines get shut down or whatever. So Elon comes out and says, we're not going to do Bitcoin anymore, but we're going to keep it. We're not going to sell it. Yeah. They make this announcement because this is the game rich people play. They use their power in the press to tell you it's the end. The end is nigh. You've lost everything. We can't do it. We need different crypto. And then poor people who don't understand the game sell at a loss. This is theft. It's theft, but it's through manipulation. So I guess they're allowed to do it. It's theft. You trick someone and you scare them into giving up what they own. It's coercion. You know, it's like, do you know what blockbusting used to be? Not to equate everything to like racism, but they used to move black families into white neighborhoods. It's a ridiculously, psychotically racist thing, and it's disgusting. They would then go to these scared suburbanite white people and say, oh no, look, the minorities are moving in. Your property value is going to go in the gutter. And then the people would sell at a loss. This practice is illegal now. It's a scam to steal money from people, and it was extremely racist. I see what they're doing now, tricking these people into giving up their crypto in fear. And I'll tell you what's going to happen, in my opinion. In a couple of years, Bitcoin hits, 200, 300. I mean, we're looking at maybe a 3x jump from 19,000 hit 64, so a little bit 3.5x maybe. So what, Bitcoin's going to hit 200K in a year or two? And all of these people who sold will be wishing they didn't. When Bitcoin's at 1 million, people will say, I wish I bought in at, 58,000. Oh man. Bitcoin is a deflationary asset. That means that there's only a certain amount of coins that can ever exist. Over time, some are lost. They're burned because, people lose them. But demand is consistent. I want to stress this to you guys. Wells Fargo is preparing a crypto strategy for wealthy clients 34 minutes ago. Right now, what's happening is people are panicking into selling, and all of these are going into the pockets of the billionaires and the 0.1% and all the ultra rich. Don't fall for the tricks, but you got to do what's right for you. So don't take advice from me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy the dip. I'm going to literally buy more right now. I don't know which ones I'll buy, but definitely going to buy more. I might lose it all. So I say this all the time. You never know. You never know. But when I see Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, the Winklevoss twins, I don't think the ultra elites are going to lose money in the long term. I think their goal is to make money. Yeah, I'm going to buy more. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all then.